Gorgeous look at a place of NFL history. Welcome to Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Chicago. Here comes Williams on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
Well, love him or hate him, Rodgers not ready to leave the league until he's satisfied with how his final chapter reads. He didn't get the storybook ending he wanted last year, taking another run at channeling all that doubt into success one final time.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They'll go again with Warren. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing third down to begin this ballgame.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Third and long, they're going to throw. And he goes down, the Bears got him. So after the play, trainers headed out. A member of the Bears out there in some discomfort. On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. On the return for the Bears, Devin Duvernay. Little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
He's somebody who has made a career of extending and creating plays. I mean, oftentimes, Kate, where I just would sit aghast. How did he do that? How does he make that throw on the run? Now he's got to take the spectacular and just add a whole level of consistency.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. On play action, here's Williams. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that'll be first down Chicago.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
They send the tight end in motion. First down, here's Swift. His drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Staying grounded with Swift.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll air it out on 3rd. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their 2nd drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Play action here with Rodgers. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To the air on 3rd and long. It's caught by Wilson. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Steelers, 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Trying to get outside here with Warren. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Counterplay here, Warren. He has this down to the 34. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bears is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Rodgers from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He picks up 15 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On first down, Warren. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up second down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throw here, 3rd down. We'll have the first down and even more. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers go up 6-0 here in the first. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Josh Blackwell to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Couldn't find a completion on first down. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Williams thrown again here on 2nd down. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down Bears. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Running with Swift out of the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A gain of 15 there. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Williams to throw on first. That's incomplete left side. That throw in the direction of DJ Moore. And now they face 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. They set up the screen here to Swift. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Steelers get to it. There he goes. Right sideline. And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
Previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground, while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. So crisis averted, partner, but their reward here is a tough 3rd down. To the air yet again, Williams hits him on the in route. And they bring him down around the 34. Give him 5 on the play. And it'll be first down Bears.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Again, it's Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. They motion a receiver left. Here's Williams again. That one's nabbed by Komet. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Manunga. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Goal at the Steelers' 3-yard line.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. the gun. Here's Williams. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play's going to force 3rd and goal.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Third and goal, it's Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears will reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Rodgers off the play action. That one gonna go against the D.
Pass interference. Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Warren here from the gun. He dodged the tackle. And this is near the 1st down, but they need 1 more yard now to get it. 3rd down at the 29.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. They sneak it with Rodgers. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Steelers, 1st down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign for it.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Warren quick on the draw. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it, 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
He tries to sneak it. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Warren. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Steelers 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Gainwell goes up and over for the touchdown. The Steelers break the tie here in the 1st. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Now Boswell on to send this away. Blackwell now to return it. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch. That yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Pressure comes, Williams. He finds a Dunze downfield. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A gain of 26 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, you got to have short memories. You tell me these 2 defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it, because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Run guy with it. And he's down to almost, oh, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down Bears.
That's good for a Bears first down.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass, and that RPO scheme offensively feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it with Manunga. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
This time it's a passing play. He's going to keep it this time. And Williams is going to get them the first down with a slide at the end of it.
A gain of 6. That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. To the ground. It's Manunga. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. One quarter away so far. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. This one's caught. And this one does not go far.
DJ Moore. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. They go with Manunga here. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. The 27-yard look here. Santos' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. The field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
We know this is the ticket to the field for a whole lot of rookie special teams. It's something that teams every year look for in the draft. And with the new rules, and maybe even that much more, these super athletes who can electrify on returns and turn the smallest lane into one of the biggest plays of the game.
The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Tight end going in motion here. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34. That one gains 7. And the Steelers have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Warren running between the tackles. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Rodgers from the gun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that makes it 3rd down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air on 3rd and long. Going deep here for the end zone. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers now lead by 10.
Touchdown, Steelers!
Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers drive their lead to 11.
Bears 10.
Now Boswell on to send this away.
Kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Devin Duvernay to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
To throw is Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. He'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Third down, they need 7. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Has his man caught by Odunzen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bears first First down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Now it's Manunga. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. Still fighting forward. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Working from the gun, Williams. Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Well, for more than a couple of first downs away, it is 2nd and quite a bit after that sack. Now Williams. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers are stopped in the outer reaches in the red zone. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Rodgers to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
This might be a free play for him. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away.
Offside. Defense.
Now they got to the end zone with that free play, partner, so they will, of course, decline the offsides and take those points.
That penalty is declined.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers push their lead to 18.
Bears 10.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Rockies tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Williams off the play fake. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
3rd down. Here's Williams. Making the call himself. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. They will go for it. Williams. He finds it beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And the huge conversion gets them a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 43. From the gun, Johnson. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers side of the field.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Kyle Duggar hauling him down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
On play action, here's Williams. Rolling left, buying some time. 7 yards on that pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Bears.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10 from the 32. Williams to throw. Diving, it looks close. They say he caught it. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Another carry for him. He gets a nice chunk. Looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
It's a nickel look from the Steelers here on 3rd. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Pass brought in by Burton. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears make it an 11-point ball game.
Bears 17.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. But cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
We motion the tight end over. Rodgers going to throw here. 3rd down. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Steelers 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So 1st down from the 41. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So 2nd down coming up.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurried throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. This is Warren, headed right. And he takes it ahead for a healthy 7 yards. It's 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. Dumps it off to his running back. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That's a pickup of 9. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Hits his running back. And they get this down to the 28. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
On 2nd down, Warren. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Hit made by T.J. Edwards.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Boswell able to knock it through. And that extends their lead to 14.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Blackwell now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bears, the running back Kyle Manungai, trotting back to the field. And the touchdown's got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. 3rd and just 2 to go. Williams from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Williams to throw on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Here's Williams again. That finds Kmet downfield. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
First down throw by Williams. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears make it a 1-score game before halftime. DJ Moore, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Bears 31. Bears 24.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. He's trying to push the field. That's complete inside the 35. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
First down throw here by Rodgers. Into traffic, complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. Finds him over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
He's caught. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, so they can try for some points going into the break. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. Boswell able to knock it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. Back to throw it. He lofts it deep right side. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Now Boswell on to send this away. Blackwell now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bears, the running back Kyle Manungai, trotting back to the field. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Swift. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, Williams. Throwing the out route complete. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
At the 50-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Williams. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Running with Swift out of the gun. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture. And one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. Yeah. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Rodgers from the gun. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. 3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They gain 11 on that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
So 1st down from the 41. From the gun, give to Gainwell. Didn't sell the draw enough, but he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for 2nd down.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
They stick with Gainwell. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He was brought down by Dominic Robinson. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Gets this one to Fryermuth. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. Well, it's a perfect play to break it big.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Rodgers. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Became Metcalf, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Rodgers going to throw here. Third down. That's caught for the first. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Working inside the red zone. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on first down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
It's inside the 10. This one's caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Now Rodgers on this 3rd and short. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Boswell able to knock it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Bears and running back Kyle Manungai trotting back to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Williams. That's got it, left side. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running behind center with Swift. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. They'll throw, 3rd and long. It's on target to Moore. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
The Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Williams set to pass. He's got Moore once again. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
1st down, here's Swift. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Staying grounded with Swift. He'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming.
3rd and 7.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Williams on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Williams to throw. They set up the screen here to Swift. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Odunze's got it, right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Santos' kick is good. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. On the return, here's Gainwell. This makes it up to the 25. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Warren, coming right. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Yards to go.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Bears put together a wonderful return. Gets him back inside the 40 following the interception.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. They've got 1st down here from the 36. They run with Swift. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
He was taken down.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Putting the tight end in motion. Williams from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Williams. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Drops this underneath to Warren. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Warren here from the gun. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
All set to go now from the 35. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's another Steelers 1st down. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
I bet you, Kate, if you went back and studied all these runs in the NFL over a course of a season that gained significant yardage, there are plays just like that one where you've got to break a tackle to go eat up those yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense is going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
The Bears going with 6 DBs for this 3rd down there in the dime set. Rodgers from the gun. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And that one drawn up to perfection. They're going to down this one at the 5. So after the play, trainers headed out. A member of the Bears out there in some discomfort. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. One play action. Williams. This is Loveland working the right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our 3rd quarter. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Williams. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
First down, Williams to throw. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, give to Swift. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going to run again with Swift. That one only good for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now here's Williams. It's him on the in route. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Now Williams. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
First down, Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Williams again. Floats that one, but they couldn't connect.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steelers offense headed out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Rodgers off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Hey, I understand that call. They try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Rodgers will look to throw. Short pass brought in. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2 and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to break him down. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. And Unguy with it. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now it's Manunga. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. 3rd and long for him here. And this one is launched downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kit, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
To the ground. It's Manunga. Second down run produces 7 before they bring him down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. It's on target to Johnson. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Bears 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. They run it with Manunga. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Williams with a quick pass out wide. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here comes Williams on the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Rodgers going to throw on first. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. Austin makes the grab downfield. And he will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and the Steelers have a first down.
I love throwing on first down, and when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Offense is set. First and 10. Throwing again here. It's Rodgers. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bears is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Bears in the nickel, third down. They'll throw, third and long. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a fourth-quarter lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bears 37. Chris Boswell to kick
Now
off for
Boswell on to
Pittsburgh.
send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Williams off the play fake. This is Loveland working the right side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
This is second and 6 coming up. They go with Mananga here. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Bronk. It's third down.
He was brought down by Darius Slay. It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 3.
Williams from the gun. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know They can't let up now.
Punt team on the field. And he'll try to hit this one well. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he puts some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Looking to throw. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. To throw is Rodgers. Drops this underneath to Warren. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays on the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Trying an inside give to Warren. Not much space available there, maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Third and just 2 to go. Warren once more. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game.